So we're gonna start by unplugging sensors, and we'll probably pull over, but maybe we'll see. I don't know. We're gonna check that one. So that's on right now.
Or that, because it breaks the wires.
Basically, if something's wrong, it's all wrong. So. And we're about as all we do is sit in here and worry. We sound like a bunch of old ladies. A new rear end from Quick Performance, or a new third member, I should say. It's got a strange Ultra K's, 411 rear gears, a 10-inch gear, so that's an upgrade there.
Not going to happen this time, but things under. Call out to anybody for parts if you need any of that.
We got what we need.
You got plenty of that.
Plenty of what?
Time.
No, we don't.
It's only 9:30.
How many more minutes do we have? Can we go without belly pants?
5, 10:45.
Oh, yeah.
10:50.
All right.
We're not going to make it.
Come on.
You're going to have to put turning slip in. Let me get this. It's pouring everywhere. Okay, right there. One little more pump. One. Okay.
We're actually beyond
our
hold it time.
Cars out and the safety lanes are currently closed. And I'm sorry for the confusion, folks. I know we were supposed to, on the schedule run till 11. But the curfew here at Bandimere is 10 o'clock, so we're already past it. Track management said, shut it down, and we're shutting it down. This is our last pair.
Hey guys, welcome back for Rocky Mountain Race Week video 2 from 1.0 in 2022. It's a lot there, right? Either way, this video, yes, it's old, but if you recall from the first video, this week just really sucked and I didn't want to edit this, but I finally want to share it with you guys. So if you want to watch it, even though it's old, here you go. And if you don't, well, there'll be new videos coming out soon. Hey guys, welcome back for Rocky Mountain Race Week Day 3. So today is our officially the first drive day, like the fully dedicated drive day. We drove yesterday, but it wasn't a drive day. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a long, hard day. 500 miles in the mountains.
You need to actually add that up so we can see if it's real or a myth.
So Joe said that somebody added it up there to our pit 5:30 something.
Do you guys know, like, 5:30 for anything's a long day. 5:30 for this car is going to be a real long day. 5:30 for this car in the mountains is going to be a really, really long day.
We're going to call this Hell Week.
It's Hell Week.
This is Hell Week to beat your stuff up.
Yep. At least we should get some good. We should get some good content.
I hope it's drama-less content.
Hey, and look, Peak Squad. Because it's the mountains.
Real squad.
It's not the same.
What's up?
Up, dudes.
It's hot.
This sucks.
And our steering, don't be careful with it.
What in the world is happening? Good question.
Somehow during that big U-turn that we had to make at the bridge back there,
Yeah.
our steering wheel got all whacked out, and we can't afford that because it breaks the wires. And
Basically, if something's wrong, it's all wrong. All we do is sit in here and worry. We sound like a bunch of old ladies.
because the transmission temp pressures are just down, but the fluid is so hot. We're running 220 degrees. It's probably breaking that fluid down, and she can't put her steering wheel back on.
Hey, peace out, Girl Scout.
Jeez.
It's awesome when you drive 230 miles and, oh, there's me. You drive 230 miles and you still have 230 miles. The car's really doing pretty good. It's just wearing on.
Aiden.
The roads are rough on those front tires.
That was painful.
They're cut up and gouged, and yeah, it's a little low. Let's put a It'll probably take a gallon, honestly. It'll probably take a gallon.
Really?
Let me do that. For all the people wondering about the trailer, our roads will beat that trailer up. There'll be tools all over. We just came through the roughest construction roads for miles.
Literally, we were
7 miles.
We were the wild,
7
wild,
miles?
the wild west.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. And look where the tools are at. I haven't touched anything except I got one pair of snips out of there. Everything is sitting in its spot. So, it worked. The wrenches haven't gone anywhere. I even have them double stacked, you'll notice.
Perfect.
Yeah, everything. I don't see anything. Where's the wires that come into that new sensor that I put? It comes in right here.
So if it's flickering the dash too, is it like the actual power to the ECU that it's like?
No, because it's.
Oh, you got intermittent power issue to the ECU.
So then it's the ECU's thinking, oh, I'm powering on, powering on, power on, power on. It's
What is
flickering
that?
the
Make
light
sure
each
that
time.
I unplugged the ECU last night. Make sure it's not.
It's plugged in.
Yeah, make sure the wires are pushed in good.
Do you think battery? You want to check battery?
I guess we can check it. Giving what?
Actually, giving error on a light. I think we need to trace the wiring for the trans pressure. Okay, so we're gonna give it a shot. As we were going down the road, I started noticing my shift light flickering, and so we cut the wire because we thought maybe it was pinched. I actually pulled over to tape it first. That didn't fix it because we found a little bare spot. And then as we were driving down, it started cutting the engine in and out. And the way it works with the Holly is the sensors are all tied to a common, or they have multiple, but they're tied to a common 5-volt common ground, so into the ECU. So if one is having an issue, it makes other things have an issue. The transmission pressure is the one that was actually giving like the errors. So we're gonna start by unplugging sensors, and we'll probably pull over. But maybe we'll see. I don't know. We're gonna check that one. So that's a thought right now. Hello, Nika. Are you so happy? You want this? Hi, sis. Are you wanting these snacks?
Hey, Alex, what do you have?
There's dog snacks in there. You're not a dog though, are you? Gas stop. So we are making not great time, but we are making time. And that's the thing. We had our slowdown earlier, but it looks like we had a wire grounding out that was tied to a line on the transmission. So that seems to be sorted. We gotta inspect further later. Oh, there's more snacks in here. But for now, we're about to get back on the road. We are about to enter the mountain area. We're having to drive kind of slow. The transmission fan, we relocated it to the back so it'd be behind the rear tires. But it's not very happy back there. It's kind of cooling, it's kind of not. So we are going to keep cruising at a decent speed. I think the air is cooling off, so that should be good, should help. And we will get there at some point. Are you ready to get back on the road?
Are you ready?
Yeah, when you are. That was a no.
It wasn't literal.
Okay, we're gonna talk to Chadwick. Chadwick, are you ready to go?
I am ready to go. Are we gonna dance at some point again?
Can we?
I don't know. Do you know that like last time when we danced on Sick Week, which was fun and I looked awesome by the way, way better than Matt or whoever else was doing. So there were people that said that you roped me into it just so that you could get views on a TikTok video or whatever it was we were making.
Yeah.
And I laughed and I said, "You're stupid because we do goofy dumb shit all the time."
Fact.
All the time.
Pretty
Like
typical.
they don't understand that we do these kinds of dumb things in
On or
stores.
off
like,
camera.
Right, whether there's a camera around or not. And that pretty much if anybody else had asked me to do that, I would have questioned why, and then you asked me to do that, I'm like, okay.
Done, sold. We love to see it.
They may often leave us because we can't go very fast.
Well, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we are in Estes Park and 55 is doing great. It's actually running cooler here than it was anywhere else. So, pretty nice. We are getting ready to enter the hard part of the mountains. So, we were going to stop and get food, but we don't want to miss the good stuff. So, we're going to hop in. Dad is cleaning the windshield because it is burnout dirty in there. So, Meg's switching GoPro batteries and we're about to hit the road. So,
Everything I can.
So after our 500 plus mile drive through the mountains, we called it a day, made it to our hotel so we could get up for the next race day at Vandermeer. That was a long day. So the 55 usually does really good on cooling, but the transmission, we could not get it to cool. We tried so many different ideas and things and just we relocated the trans cooler trying to put it in a safer spot and it just didn't cool as good. So this trip was miserable and we had some of the worst roads. There was so much construction. It was so rough. So it just made the day really long. But once we did get to the mountains, that's what makes Rocky Mountain Race Week, the 1.0 in the mountains, the best because it's unmatched views and you're just driving your car through an area where you really shouldn't drive that car through. So it's really neat and that made it worth it. That made the 500 miles kind of worth it. It's still a long day. It was still painful, but we got up early the next day and headed to Vandermeer. Dad and I got up, went to the parts store so we could get some rear end fluid, grease, and just grab stuff that we needed because we had a new third member waiting for us from Quick Performance. They built it and overnighted it and got it to us so that way we could take out the borrowed third member and put the new one in. And because we got there early and got all of this work and maintenance done, we thought we were off to a really good start. But as always, the joke was on us. All right, so as you guys know, we had her third member. So we had a spare borrowed one. Nice, I saw that. I usually do that too and people tell me it's gross. But I had a spare borrowed rear end and had 411s, which actually worked pretty well for up here. And so Quick Performance actually reached out, built
Performance is a lifesaver.
Built a strange ultra case with 411s for mountain conditions and overnighted it.
Can you believe it?
I talked to them at like 3 p.m. yesterday afternoon and they had it. It's not even 11 here.
Yeah, less than 24 hours or
Yeah.
about 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours.
Holy crap, it's heavy.
59 pounds to be exact. Heckity heck and heck yeah.
Man,
I can't believe it made it. Like,
because it never does. Stuff like this never happens. It never works out. UPS will lose it or something.
so I talked to them. This actually has a 10-inch gear in it. We had a 9.5 inch. So this is a 10-inch 411. And they were like, yeah, let's get it set up for the mountain conditions. We can change it later if needed. So Awesome. There it is. Oh, that looks like a big bad boy.
Let's see. How nice is that?
Heck yeah. Oh man.
Look at the setup pattern on that puppy.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Man, that's nuts.
That's so cool.
If you ever need anything like that, I suggest checking with Quick Performance. Look what they did.
What about that one right there?
So that's the one that we had borrowed, but this is the one that we are about to put in.
Is that the trophy truck?
Be careful with that stuff. It's all over me, man.
Day 4 of Rocky Mountain Race Week. We are currently in Denver. We had a 500 and something mile drive yesterday, which was a really long drive. The first half was actually rougher than the second half, and funny enough, the second half was actually the mountains, but we got here today and got everything swapped over pretty early. I think it's almost 1 o'clock, but we have the car totally set up, and it wasn't just swapping from street to race. We put a new rear end from Quick Performance in, or a new third member, I should say. It's got a Strange Ultra K's, 411 rear gears, a 10-inch gear, so that's an upgrade there. And we called them yesterday. Actually, they contacted me. It's an amazing company. They saw that I had a post out needing a third member. The borrowed one got by, but we need something just a little bit stronger so we didn't, worry about turning it up and it living through the rest of the week. But they actually got it out and got it to us in less than 24 hours. So it left Iowa and got to us in that amount of time. So we got it in this morning, dropped the pan on the trans and turned up the pressure just a little, changed the fluid, changed the oil, drained all the puke tanks. We're changing plugs right now, checked the lash, which all was good. So everything on the car looks pretty good. It's almost ready. Made some other minor repairs here and there, but we're getting ready to go spool it, make sure it works in this mountain air, and then we should be able to sit for a while and then go make a pass. We're also still currently in the first position, so I think after the pass the other day we turned in we have a 117 average, so we have a pretty good lead on first.
717.
Yeah. So after our pass the other day we turned in, we have a 717 average, so we still have a pretty good lead, especially average wise. So we can lay down something comparable today, or hopefully faster, then we'll be definitely sitting in a good spot for sure. So there's only today and tomorrow that counts for the averages, and then we have a drive day, and then Friday is Friday's a race day. So I think we're good today. Motor seems happy. Trans is pretty fresh. Rear end's brand new. Car's been once over, so I think we're good. Brake held, and it backs up well.
And what?
It backs up well. So I don't think it's hurt. The only thing I am a little suspicious about is that converter charge. I wonder if it's dumping, because driving down through there, it's like 10, 11, 12 pounds. It'll come up. With throttle, it does come up to like 45, 50. But like, as soon as there's no real throttle, it's like it's dumping.
You might call Jake and describe it to him.
So we are actually finally ready for pass 1. We got the car ready pretty early, but we were dealing with getting the car to spool. So we didn't want to go out until the car actually spooled. But we've got something we can work with to get an A to B pass. The sun's starting to set, so I think it should be good. So we'll be going out shortly.
Not going to happen this time. The thing's under power for about 7 feet. And she gets it stopped at about 100. It did spool great though. That is one of the things up here at altitude with big turbos. Getting them spooled up here, and it did it. A few years ago, Doug Klein couldn't get his turbos spooled in his car. Ran it out the back door and unfortunately stuck it in the sand here because he was like, there's no way that car's going that fast. And I was. What's interesting is you actually hit a time slip, so we'll see how fast it goes. There's 165 to 60 foot under power about 7 feet. It goes.
Different for us. She's working on the tune and evidently got it to spool. We didn't get it out there, so go back and do some numbers and try it again.
So that was past one. It was a little slow spooling. It's expected in the air. Kind of 17 reaction time though. It's because I was really ready for that tree to come down and drop because I felt like I sat there for a million years. Let go of the button, the car felt strong for like that much, and then it hit some kind of safety or something. Safety, I use that term very loosely, but it hit something. We're playing with closed loop comp a little bit down low with the way we're staging injectors and all that. And it's amplified up here in this air. So we got plenty of time, we got some data, we'll get it turned around. The car feels, I mean, it's still, you know, in healthy condition. So we'll get it turned around and get another pass, and it'll be good. It'll be good.
Good.
That's the truth.
It goes 2150.
I'm gonna need my gloves over there too.
Gloves, Megan.
Okay. This is gonna be a good one.
Were you just saving it for sunset?
Huh?
You were just saving it for sunset, right?
Yeah. It's all about the show. Alright, I'm gonna roll forward.
You're what?
I'm gonna roll forward.
Okay.
Attention to the pits. 9-0 index, come on down 2 and 3. 10-0, 4 and 5. 9-0, 2 and 3. 10-0, 4. Alex Taylor in the left lane, the 55 Chevy.
So we weren't having very good luck. And on that last pass, I got to the top end and I looked down at transmission pressures and I realized we hurt the transmission again and we were running out of time quick and didn't have a good pass to turn in. So I drove it back to the pit, started talking to Dad. We discussed our options and he was like, I'm afraid to say this, but like we can't get it done. Like we're out. And we talked for a second and I was like, come on, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it, we can pull it, we can fix it, let's do it. And finally he comes back and he's like, okay, get to it, because I don't want to say we didn't try. And so we busted butt, and you'll see it comes up, and then didn't necessarily like work out like we had planned or had hoped, and you'll see why, but that's what we did here. Like we put our best foot forward.
Recap, Alexa?
Huh?
Being recap?
No real time for a recap. We're more on a trans and trying to be a clock.
Call out to anybody for parts if you need any of that.
We got what we need.
You got plenty of that.
Plenty of what?
Time.
No, we don't.
It's only 9:30.
How many more minutes do we have?
Hour and a half.
Okay, we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, you're an hour and a half. You have plenty of time.
Tractor foot would be great.
That probably shut the lanes down about 10:45.
I thought the Cletus had.
He did, but it's expensive. It's LAT. I don't care to pay it. He's gonna need it. He gave it to me. I got it here, worst case, but I don't want to take it from him. He offered it though.
They have enough time.
Watch your hands in case that snaps.
It's gonna go.
Remotely concerned.
Do you have the pick tool?
No, it's under the car. Damn, I knew that was coming.
Hey,
We may
you
need
know
two
what?
of
If
those
you don't
little
believe
C
that
clamps.
You're going to be able to make it in the
Carson, you want the big
The
one?
little ones, the smallest ones you got. I have no, there's something wrong with this drum. It just, no matter what we do, it blows seals. We couldn't figure out why, and I still don't know why. I don't care if we make it too small because we can stretch it open. Let's open that ice chest and I'm going to quench this thing. Maybe it'll stay. So if it looks tight, I think we're pretty darn close. I think I'm gonna take this one off. Is this is this a split?
Yeah, it's a star
Let's put it on. Where's it at?
We gotta star cut that one.
I'm gonna put it on here.
Star cut to the right. There you go.
Now let's use this top. Let me get some. Get the red little snips on
Here, I got
the
it better.
I'm gonna cut. Let me see here. Aim. I'm gonna cut it long because we're gonna have to sand it, I think.
You want sanding paper?
Yeah, get a piece of 180.
I just broke my transmission. Did you? Yeah, we're gonna tow that on the left. Cool.
You're
Bring
kidding.
the transmission. The bucket's dead. I just snapped the input and put the forward drum.
Are you lying?
I'm not lying, but that stuff doesn't
I
interchange
just
anyway.
fucked your seal up.
Fuck, take it, dude. Hey, do what you did, man. It's okay. You're still in the battle, dude. I got time slips. It's all good, man. Tomorrow's a new day for me.
It's snapping is the problem.
So you want to sand
Grab
it back?
the no,
Sand it
grab
back.
the grinder, the cutoff wheel. What I can't do is go too much and then be screwed.
All right,
Oh,
that's perfect.
man.
Let's go.
Here, right here, we gotta get this burr off.
Ghetto. Ghetto.
Try it. That's so friggin' ghetto.
I don't know that I've ever seen you do anything so ghetto. It's fabricated, okay? It's fabricated.
I'm embarrassed.
If it works, I don't care why. All right.
We gotta make sure that goes in. If it slides in hard. Okay, so the regulator is,
Oh, hang on, that bearing's wanting to drop.
put some grease on it.
Oh, that's tucked up in there. Hang on.
Aim the light down so we can get the holes right. That gasket's not right. Turn it. No. There. Right there. All right. So the
Is
pressure.
that still good?
What's still good?
Yeah, okay, go for it. All right.
Rubber hammer's all we can do.
Race week, right?
Yeah.
Gotta love
I don't know why we do it.
We're done. Where's the top bolts are over there, aren't they?
Do you want to take it up and see if it worked?
I want to do what?
Take it up and see if it worked, or you want to risk it? You
Like,
want to pull it off and see if it cut it, or
I don't know.
it'll take 1 minute.
Yeah.
Give the pry bar. Let's just see if it went in without cutting it. Otherwise, let's just look at it since we put it in.
Okay, we're just running out of minutes.
I know.
Are any of our totes over here?
No.
None of them. Good.
All right. No.
It worked,
It's
didn't
good.
it?
It's good. Yeah.
Pack it back in there. Make sure it's squeezed in tight.
All right.
Gasket in good? No. Turn gasket just no. The other way.
All right. Oh, fairy fell. All right.
Make sure that seal is.
Seal is as packed as I can get it.
I think you left my other impact.
Hey, is that it? Yeah. Hey.
Okay, need the bell housing. We can put the bell housing on under
How's
there.
the on underneath?
Fail. Fail.
Yeah. These are the right bolts, right?
Why'd she ask if we have to?
I gotta go find one more. Watch out.
There's one more. Is that what you're looking for?
Look by the screwdriver, Alex.
Brooks took it out for me. He got me ahead of the game. I was like, hell yeah, take that pump out of there. It's in my way.
I was so glad to be able to help.
I'm so glad you're a good sport.
When you said that he needs to take it out, I was like, hell yeah, I need to take it out anyway. I need that input shaft.
Alright, let's put it in, let's put it in, let's go. How many, what time
We gotta
is
get
it?
this crap out of the way.
What time is it?
10:15.
10:50 is when we got
10:15.
Shoot, man, we don't have 40 minutes.
What do we have?
Not that much, let's go.
Maybe 30, I think they close away in 10:45.
10:45.
Oh, yeah.
10:50.
Alright,
We're not gonna make it.
come on.
You're gonna have to put turning slip in. Let me get this. It's pouring everywhere.
Pour it and we'll push it under the collar.
I need bell housing bolts.
Do you have them?
Yeah. There's two out there. Two right here. I need 9/16 socket and the impact.
Okay, looking for it. Here's 9/16. There you go, Dad. Right there. You gotta find that other bolt. Here's one. And you're missing two? Oh, got two. We're good. We're good.
It's gonna pour. Damn it.
Towels?
I think that's it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna push it under.
Let me get this oil.
Say when.
Careful. Go. A little bit more. No. Stop. I need a light. Can you look at the dowel pin holes and see?
Yeah, we gotta keep going.
Yeah, I see. Okay, I'm right there. One little more pump. One. Okay. Okay, I'm in. Hold it. Let me get a bolt in.
Bolter.
Is yours even close? Is yours close?
Yeah.
What do you need to do?
I need to go. Here we go. We're in.
Okay.
Alright, I can go up here. Screw that other one in if you can.
Okay, I'm in. Hold it. Let me get a bolt in.
Cars out, the staging lanes are currently closed. And I'm sorry for the confusion, folks. I know we were supposed to, on the schedule run till 11. But the curfew here at Bandimere is 10 o'clock, so we're already past it. Track management said, shut it down, and we're shutting it down. This is our last pair.
Talk about a real butt kicker. So we were leading in the class and we were doing so good, and then we had so many troubles this day, and then when it came down to doing the transmission, we're like, we have to put everything we can into it to try to make it happen. So we pulled the transmission real quick and then realized that we were missing the one seal that we needed. So I called Jake and he was like, gave us some ideas on what we could do, and we could rob some parts from a 4L80, which Rick with the diesel Chevelle and his wife that were parked beside us were willing to let us take apart their spare 4L80 and rob a seal so that way we could shrink it down, which you saw Dad doing with the torch, and put it back in our transmission. So it all took time, but we were moving super fast. We left their transmission there just like totally destroyed. They were helping us like with the lights and everything, just holding that. It was so great. So we get it almost back in the car, like we're buttoning it up, and we were still supposed to have time. We were cutting it really, really close on time, but they made an announcement that we were over curfew, and so they ended the race right there. Next pair down, last race. That curfew that we were past was different than the curfew that was for the rest of the days. It was the real curfew, however, it had been announced that it was an hour later all day long. So in that moment, it was like, oh, great. That was a real take the air out of your bubble kind of deal, because we were so close to making it happen. And would we have got a good pass? I don't know. It could have still been a bad pass, but we were gonna try to get another pass. Spandamere, they had such a strict curfew. Anyways, that sucked, but we did get it back together. And if you heard during that commotion of working, Dad said there's something wrong with this drum. Ever since we've changed to this drum, we kept having problems. So he was right. We figured this out months later when we were actually like going through stuff and really sorting it. He knew in that moment, we discussed it, but in the middle of that race, you can't change drums. It's a specialty piece, and it was, hindsight's 2020. We knew, but we couldn't fix it right there. So anyways, then comes the fun of packing up, and Bandamere turns the lights off. It gets dark, and so the, what do they call it, the tired sillies, maybe, kicked in, and I couldn't keep a straight face. I was just, I guess, laughing to keep from crying, I don't know, but it was still a good time. It just sucked at the same time.
Debbie. Debbie.
Say, Alex, do you need a piece of my cheese?
It wasn't as funny as it is.
What is it? We're waiting for the We're waiting for the punchline.
But it's not that funny.
I don't know what pill I gave you. It must have been that pill.
What is happening? I don't know. I want to talk so bad. Okay. I'm good. So, it really wasn't that funny. It's just, if I could see, if from your guys' perspective, you could add the commentary that was happening out there, it'd be funny. Because, have you guys watched that fiasco?
No.
It's so funny. Joe and I just tried to shove a table in the trailer for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, we watched that.
And then Dad came up and they just talk a lot of crap. Well, that's funny out there, but if I could watch from your guys' point of view, it'd be funnier. And then Dad said he was gonna choke. And so Joe said, "Let me just step on you." And they've been talking about Dad puking for like 45 feet in the air. It's so funny. It's not that funny. I need to take a nap. I need to take a nap right here. Alright, and that is a wrap for this video. I think there'll be one more after this, and we'll wrap up the nightmare that Rocky Mountain Race Week was. It's kind of funny, like, looking back, because it's always, some of the worst times make for the best stories and memories later. They just aren't that much fun during the moment. So this was a rough one, but thank you to Quick Performance for getting that third member to us. Quick is an incredible company. We've used them with the 55. They keep us with fresh third members and keep everything good to go. And then also on the Savoy build that we did at Motor Trim for Hot Rod Garage. So good people, good company, great customer service, good product. They know what they're doing. So anyways, shout out to them. A link to their website is below so you can check them out. But that's it for now, guys. And then the next video will be another shop video. So stay tuned. As always, thanks for watching. Be happy, go fast, and stay pretty. I'll see you guys next time.